Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So today I am going to give you my feedback that I have from the 1435. So it's not what I expected. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very good lens. It's a really good lens. It's very sharp. It's very good. Super lightweight. I had no issues with it as far as in working with it. It delivered the sharpness that I wanted and everything like that. But there's two things that is the reason why I am going to return this lens. Yes, I'm going to return this lens. So the two reasons why. So the first one is vignetting. So I know I said in the previous video that I didn't see the vignetting. The reason why I didn't see it is because I was recording video, and with the R6 is what I'm shooting with. At 4K 60, it crops in just a little bit. It actually gets rid of the vignetting. But when I'm taking pictures, there is vignetting. But there's only vignetting when I'm using a filter with it. And the filter that I'm using is with a step-up ring. So it's not like it's vignetting directly from the lens. The lens itself is not giving vignetting, not at all. But it's giving vignetting when I need to use the filter. And I need to use a filter every single time. The filter that I use is the circular polarizer. Well, right now I'm using a mist filter, but I use a circular polarizer with a step-up ring because I don't have 77mm. I only have 82mm. But that's the problem with me. Personally, I need to use an 82mm. And I need to use a circular polarizer. But the situation is that I can't use it at 14 with a circular polarizer and with the step-up ring. So because of that, I have to return it. Because when I'm at 14 with the circular polarizer, I'm getting vignetting. It's pretty bad vignetting too. I'm going to show you some examples right now. You can see the vignetting on the sides of in the frame. You can see it in the corners. You can see all the vignetting happening. So the only way I got rid of it is when I shot at 15 or 16mm. So I wasn't even shooting at 14 fully to get rid of the vignetting with the polarizer. So that was one of the reasons why I can't deal with this. As far as video, it's perfect. I have no issues with video. But as a photographer and secondary videographer, I'm more in the photography aspect of it, so I need more photography capabilities in videography. So that's the issues that I'm having is the fact that I need this for photography, but I'm running into issues in photography. And speaking of issues with photography, there is some pretty bad chromatic aberration coming from this lens. I noticed it. I'm going to show you some pictures that I had some issues with it. The first couple of pictures that I was taking with it was of this lake. I was getting, in the ripples of the water, I was getting this really bad coloring, and I'm like, oh, it might be just a reflection from the water. When I was editing, I noticed, I zoomed in, I was like, wow, actually, what is this? This looks pretty bad. And I noticed that it's actually chromatic aberration. And I checked to see if I was checked off in Lightroom, and it was checked off to get rid of it. So it was pretty bad. And the second time I noticed it was when I was doing a photo shoot with this car. When I zoomed in into the license plate, you can see in the license plate, you can see it pretty bad. That's mainly the reason why I'm returning it, is because of that. Is because I noticed those things. As a photographer, I notice those things easily. I'm sure nobody else is gonna notice it, but me editing these photos and every time seeing it and knowing that I spent $1,500 for this thing and it's delivering that, I mean, I got that with a 50mm, and the 50mm costs like, you know, $300. But this is a $1,500 lens, and on top of that, it's an L series lens. So technically, in Canon standards, this is a professional lens. This is something that professionals use. That's the reason why I'm returning it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's something that it's not that big of a deal, but for me, it is. You know, unless there's like some kind of software update that I don't know about, that somebody might know about it. Maybe if there's somebody that knows that there is a software update that gets rid of it, maybe you can let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's mainly the reason why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return it, and I'm gonna just save up a little bit more and get the 15-35, because I know with that one I didn't really come in with those issues. And also those lenses at 82mm, so that one will save me from, you know, the step-up rings. Also, one more thing that I noticed is when I'm using my gimbal, my 24-70 is much more heavier than the 14-35. So because of that, every single time I switch lenses, because sometimes I use the 24-70 so I can get the tight shots. When I get wider shots, I switch to the 14-35, and the 24-70 is so much more heavier than this. I have to level my gimbal every single time I switch lenses, and it's not a big deal. But with the 15-35 that I used before, it was almost similar to weight, so I didn't really have that much adjustment to the gimbal. So because of that, also, it kind of is a time consumer. You know, every time I switch lenses, I have to balance the gimbal every single time. That's another reason why I want to return it, is because of that. And then also just those two main reasons, the vignetting that I'm getting with the polarizer, and also the chromatic aberration that I'm getting, which is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, it's not a bad lens. It's not. I mean, to those who are maybe starting with photography and they want to get a wide angle lens, I would totally recommend this 100%. But as a professional, something that I do for a living, you know, that I have to deliver to clients and stuff like that, I want to make sure I give them the best of the best. With the 13-35, I don't think I can deliver that. You know, I feel like the 15-35 is the lens to go to. So definitely, I would recommend this to someone that's starting up with photography and they want to get a wide angle lens. Definitely go for the 14-35. You'll find no issues with it. But in the professional aspect of it, I would totally recommend saving up a little bit more and get the 15-35, because I know without a doubt that one you'll get what you paid for. $2,500 pays off for what you're delivering. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, that's all I really wanted to cover is my thoughts on the 14-35. If you guys have any questions about it, any other questions, please let me know on the comments below. Also, if there is a software update that you guys know about that I don't know about it, please let me know. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try to do more videos, more like this. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.